We're going to talk about how we can use the Office 365 Outlook calendar as a way to keep yourself organized and on top of due dates. This calendar actually creates an interactive version almost of an assignment book because it's able to send you reminders and updates, and this is a really cool feature. So if you don't see your calendar listed as one of your app choices, you can come up to your 9 squares in Office 365 and select Calendar. Everyone's account comes pre-built with a calendar that's just called Calendar over here on the side, and is viewable in either a week, month, or day view. Okay, and within each of these views, you can add events to them simply by clicking on a date and a time. And that will allow you to add details. So for example, I could come in here and say that I have a test tomorrow in ELA. And I can set the time of that test if I like. And if I click on more details, I could even come in here, attach study guides, set little notes for myself. Okay, I can really do something cool, which is set up a reminder. So if I know this test is coming up, I can say I want to be reminded 2 days beforehand. And I could also say I want to repeat. If this test happens every Monday, I could say every Monday I want to, for the vocab test, I want this to repeat and tell me about it. But right now I'm going to set it not to repeat. And I'm going to hit save. And now that event shows up on the calendar. And when I click on it, I can see the details here. And if I need to see more details, I can double click on it and see everything. Also interesting, so say I could use this as a way to add nightly assignments in. So I can come down here to the end of the day, click on 3 o'clock. I can make a block called tonight's assignments. We can even set this up as like a template. So if I click on more detail, I can come in here and I can make some changes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it that I want it to repeat every workday, which means every Monday through Friday on my calendar. And I'm going to take it from today until the end of the school year. I'll just kind of estimate here. And then I can decide on when I want to be reminded. So if this is a 3 o'clock that I'm putting in, I might want it to text message me a few minutes before that so that I can see it at my locker and know what to bring. I can set that up. Or maybe I do my homework. Maybe I have this set for 5 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock, and maybe I want to then change it for, you know, an hour or 2 hours before. So you can set that reminder whenever you want. And this is going to link to when it sends the text messages as well, so because they kind of go together. So then down here, if I wanted to, I could come in and I could put in links or attach study guides or leave little notes for yourself. This sits inside of Office 365, and I can come here and get it if I want. But what I get reminded is actually going to show up here at the top. So right now I just kind of set this up with a reminder and I hit save. All right, so it's just, we're going to leave it blank. It's just going to say tonight's assignments, repeat every work day, set up when you want to be reminded, and hit save. All right, that's going to drop that onto your calendar. And then you're going to be able to every night to come onto this. We're going to double click on that day. And that's going to open up the ability to come in here, and next to tonight's assignment, I'm going to type in what it actually should be. So it's math page 34, numbers 12 through 15. Okay, say I have a study guide I have to do for social studies. Okay, and I kind of fill out the top with whatever I want to be text messaged to me tonight. And again, here I can come down and put links and other info. All right, and if I hit save, all right, now if I hover over this, okay, you can see that changed a little bit of how that looks, so you know that I've edited it. If I come and I kind of click on it or hover over it, I'll get information, and this is actually what's going to get texted to me on my phone if I choose to do that as well. So I'm going to get a reminder about this, and I'm also going to get a text message about it. All right, so now that we have this set up and it's going to remind us and it's on our calendar, we can go and do even one more cool thing. Up here under the gear, which is where you get to your settings, you can come down here and go to calendar. And over here on the left, you'll see it says text message notifications. If I click on this, you can see this is set up so that anything that is set up to remind yourself in the calendar, which is called an event reminder, we can have it notify us by text message as well. So we can get a different reminder, one that we don't have to go into Office 365 to see. All right, and so to get to that, we're going to come up here to set up notifications and set up text messaging, where you're going to select your mobile operator and hit next, and then you're going to enter in your phone number and hit next. Then you'll be prompted to enter in the passcode that you get from your phone, which will establish the connection between your computer and your phone. All right, and that'll enable you to then come over here, and we'll go back down here to calendar, to text message notifications, and you can say, I want to check this box notification for event reminders. Okay, and then the same things that can notify you inside Office 365, now they can also notify you on the phone as well. So that's another way to get reminded about things that you put on the calendar. To get out of options, you hit that back arrow. Okay, other things, you can navigate between months up here, or you can use this drop-down arrow to jump to specific dates and times on a calendar. And you can set up calendars for other reasons too. It doesn't have to just be your main calendar. You can set up a calendar for an event you're planning, for your sports practices, for a project you're working on in class. And if you are setting up one for a project in class, you could even then share calendars with group mates and other things. Also, points of interest, you can change the colors of your calendar. So if one color is just not working, it's too bright. You can also, if you're working with multiple calendars, set up charms so that you can kind of tell which calendar you're currently on besides just color. And that's especially important if you have color discrimination issues. So anyway, think about using your calendar. It's one of the free apps in Office 365, and it's pretty powerful. It might be able to help you out.